Okay, we will be starting with our first session, that is evaluating data types and basic tips of Python. Being a first session, I'm expecting that you must have installed this Jupyter notebook. If not, you can watch previous videos of how to install Jupyter notebook. So let's start with session first. So first and foremost thing, but include basic tips of Python coding along with the data types of the available in Python. So as compared, if you having prior experience of any languages part, we were having option of declaring data first before using that. But in Python, we can go ahead and assign the value directly rather than declaring them beforehand. So let's take an example. I'm having one variables with the name of a. I'm putting value 10 here. So which indirectly indicates that the 10 is an integer value which would be stored into a. So here I won't require to specify that a would be storing an integer value internally. Python will take care of the memory size and the data type declaration of the a variable. So for echoing the values or you can printing the values, we are having print functions in Python. So if you do like this, print parenthesis a, it means you are asking Python to print the value of a on the screen. So for getting it executed, we are having option of run button here. The shortcut is you can use shift enter or control enter. Shift enter is recommended because after doing shift enter, you will be getting a shell, new shell for doing further coding part. So I'll go for shift enter. It prompting me that you are getting value as 10. For getting the data type of this variables, so we do have option of using type function here. So I can specify multiple values inside the print. So print is having option of printing all values one after another in the same line based on the parameter passed. So after doing this, I'm putting again say run. So it'll show me that this a is of a class integer. So if I let me copy this value. If I assign something else in a, so if I say it's a 10.50. So let me see what is data type is available. So you can see easily that in earlier cell we are having data type as integer, and after changing the value to 10.50, it becoming a float. So based on value part, your Python will get decided which data type need to associate with the value. So if I do like this, say I ABC, so it being a string. For string there is a tricky case is available. So even though if you do have option of putting it in single quotes, and even if you can put it on triple quotes, all will be considered as a string, valid string value. The primary difference between all three, nothing much, but in case of three quotes, we do have option of putting line breaks. But in the case of double quotes and single quotes, we are not having option of putting line break. Likewise, if you take example of say A is hello world, the single line statement. I have say print hello, nothing wrong. If I do line break here, it will prompt me error stating that the end of line is not given. So a similar case is there for single quotes. We don't have a provision of putting line breaks in single quote and double quotes, but same option is okay in if you go for triple quotes. Triple quotes permit you line breaks. For comments part in Python, we are using hash for single line comments. So let me write it here in triple quotes, line break is permitted. Fine, good to go. So we had seen the integers, string and float. So similarly we have true false there. So true false is, you can say, Boolean type. So based on your data types value, this Python will associate the data type of respective variable accordingly. So based on your value, this value will be get typecast. So if you take a one go statement, like say I can do like this. And noticing one thing there, I'm using same variable for putting different values. So this is a unique feature available in Python that you can reuse your previous variable by changing their values. In other language, this particular features in standard, if you're C, C++, and Java, this feature is not available. If you declare a variable of integer type, you cannot use it for holding a string value. But in Python, it is very well available. You can reuse your variables in your Python program by typecasting, by resetting their values. Say if I do like this, say all three are there. I'm putting a print statement here. Say A, data type A. So I'm copying this statement and putting after each line. You can see this shift enter 10 class integer, 18.8 float, string, and bool. Different types of value has been associated with A during the course of running of the program. So being an interpreter of this language, it executes each line individually after the top to bottom approach is there. So if you print now A, true would be there on your screen because 10 is being overridden by 90 and subsequently ABC, and true is the last statement available in A. So currently the Python is holding A as a true in your memory. So that's a normal ecosystem available which you can utilize it based on your day-to-day activities. So along with this, there are two cases are available which help you to understand the things. So let's understand the print functions. So I can prompt multiple values inside a print. So I can say 12, I'll say hello, I can say 90.0, whatever. So based on your data values, it get printed on a screen as it is without compromising your data value. In print, we are having some definitions available. Likewise, so if you put your cursor here, starting with the functions, if you put shift to time tab, you'll be getting option of your you can say docstring of your functions, which indicate that this function is having option of putting values. Along with this, the two separate parameters also available, which you can use to change the mode of operations of print functions. Let's understand this separator first, then we go for AND. Now, in case of separator, so if you SAP by default, it's showing values with the space. I say I don't want a space should be there. I say let's have a comma between the values. So if by default it go like this, it is space between the values. If we are going for multiple values in a single print statement, it'll put a values as an output with a space. I had changed to comma. So this comma would be there on an individual string to delimit the different values. Same like if you have multiple print statement. So each print statement come in separate rows, this separate line you can see. So if you want to discontinue this line break, you can go for AND. By default /n is there, which indicate that line break would be there. I say line break would not be there. I want this pipe sign should be there between two print statements. So you do have option of rewriting these parameters for making it more usable. So let me write it like this. So SAP parameter is used for changing the delimiter sign between values of printing statement. And this AND parameter line break is used to control the line break of print statement. Done, good to go. So primarily line break is there. If you want to override, you can override. Nothing wrong in this. Along with this, we do have option of let's say I'll printing like this: hello world. It's a normal statement. If the statement is written in 2 lines, so, in most of the cases we do have multi-line statement which need to be printed on the screen. So if you want to have multi-line statement, you have to use this backslash, which indicate that this line is not ended here, it is continuing in the next line. So this backslash is used to indicate that line has not been completed. So this Python will wait for next line termination indicator. Till you get the line termination indicator, it will keep continuing printing the values. This space is coming because of this. If you want to remove this, you can remove this space depending on values. So few rules are there which you to take care before writing any code in Python. First and foremost thing, Python is case sensitive. Which means variable declaring in capital and using it small is not permitted. If you are having variable in a small, you have to use it in small only. No case change is permitted. Say suppose if you return like this A10 and you want to print capital A in prompting error, stating that A is nothing in is not defined, which means capital A is not in definitions. So we have to make sure the case to be carried on as it is. Same rule is applied in system functions or the user defined functions also. If you define any function or procedure in a lower letter, then same case to be followed while you are calling the functions. Second, rule 2. Say data type would be decided based on value passed in a variable. Third rule, for comments. For comments we are having option, say single line comments, we are using hash for single line comments. And triple quotes for multi-line comments. Let's take an example. Say comment line, single line comment, triple quotes, single, multi-line comment. So which indicate that this Python would not be treating as a valid code. It is considered as a normal text which to be used as a comment. So things are very clear. Rule 4, which we had seen. Need to use slash backslash to continue line in continue line semantics in multiple lines. Depending on data, you can classify this. And then that's a basic thing which we need to keep in our mind while using Python, the basic one. So we'll take up the next session for seeing the your different data structures or data types available which are being used as a collections like list, tuple, dictionary and all. So we'll go for that.